Doing now, B'Idishem is Baruch, Maseches Kesubos, Perik Beis, and the Dafim, it's Tessamad Alf. Ishishin is Armelo in the Gasa. He marries Silon is Seisi, who I'm a Loiki Elmon is Sisich. He wants to give her only 100 because when she married, she was an Amana, deserves only 100. She claimed she was a Basula. Mish Eden, she asked by Numa, Beresha Perua. She went out with a certain veil that they used to, Basulas used to use that. And her Beresha Perua means the hair was uncovered. Then it's supposed to be a sign. It's a symbol of a Basula. It also used to be a minik to give roasted wheat when a Basula got married. So the Gemara, Niche in his Gasha. It's Amra Mi Oyer, Ayosha. So, but in his Gasha, the husband, he says, no, you don't deserve only a man. But when it's Amra, who's Moyer, he says, Ayosha. Ayosha say, maybe you are a man when you married our father. That's what we used to say. The Ayosha, they're not a bari, but they're Shema. But I was asking, so let us go after Roy. The chayr, the kasha is on the Yerusha. If it's only a Shema, why doesn't her bari strong enough to say that she was a basula? The Yerusha not bari. And Roiv, the Nissa is basulas, Nissas. So let us go after Roiv, and for that we should give her Messiah. And for the Gemara Ma'ata Basiyah. So it's a Mersha, the Hilchot, the Mitzvah, then Achar Roiv. Ein Hoicha B'Maman Achar Roiv. It's a famous din. The Hilchi, the Midas Hadin Acher. It's missing a word here. It doesn't say Acher. Okay. Tamatani. Shosh Noichus Apar. And it's Uber Betzida. If you have a person Pilas, same question. How can it be? The question is if the Machmas in the Gicha was Mapel, or it was Mapel Stamazai before the Negicha. So why can't you say right person not Mapilas? So made them, it probably came from the Negicha. My Babo, same story. Even though there's a roiv to give you to justify that you should get paid for the baby also, but in holchem the maman acher roiv, so you don't get paid only for the mother. Where do we find one place? So this is a case where the Gomba wants to do it be'ila, and he kicks others because he doesn't want to let them get close. So then there's a starke raya that he did it. Then we go after Roy, and we can be mighty maman from that Baal Hagomba. To Anamana the Kofa boy, baby Eden Shachai with the Chamishim. Famous Gemara that's called the Dos Eden der Abchia. The Gemara brings it down in Bab Metzia. The question is if the Hadas Adam is like Maida Mixes. He said, Gemara says, whatever the person grabs is his. It's like Adam saying that 50 is his. That's why the other person has to swear on the rest. زي ما نفسي זה שטויפס בחצי כמייבי אין שתחצי שלי אדם כלי שלי זה חצי כמייבי שלי אדם כלי שלי נשבע שאין כלי שלי. That's why you need a shvua because it's like hadas Adam a part of it belongs to that, so each one has to swear for the XX second half. L'shemia d'mar b'yida b'shem yechna kon shvuhi yishlei adam eretz shlavei b'shuk am le tal shalach shali b'ay b'chalek yimitenes. No, this doesn't have to do with that. There's no such din of adas adam like made b'mixes. There, it's a special din. The Konas Chachamim should like echad toilet brings down about Mitzia the same thing. Ab B'Shem Brav Moide Chavivi Epchias Moide B'Shtar. Even though Epchias says there's a shvur the Raisa it is Edom Edom that is Chai 50, but B'Shtar not. What does it mean? Hey Chavida Ana Mana B'Kofa Boy V'Hoitzi Shtar She Chai V'Chamishn Ein Lo L'Chamishn. You don't say that since there's Edom Shtar that is Chai 50, he has to swear on the other 50. Why? So the Gemara says because it's like Halach or Shibet Kakos. So that definitely does not make you swear for the other. Only if there's Adam al Peh. If there's a star, then this doesn't apply. Okay, I think we're gonna finish the whole daf. We're gonna finish the whole daf test because it's a small daf. Kesef still the in, and it says in Baba Basra, if a person has a star and it got nimchak, we don't know how much money the loiv is chayv. It says still plural, but you don't know how much, maybe 2 or 3 or 4. And pachas b'shnayim, deserves only 2. How about if the loiv says, you know what, I owe you 3. If he would say only 2, then it's nothing. But if he says 3, he's already murdered by mixes. Because Meshav Aveda. Gemara says since he's Meshav Aveda, he could have said only 2. That's why we don't say he has to swear. So he wants to bring a raya from that. It only because in Adam and Atana means there's no din of murder by mixes because he's Meshav Aveda. But let's say he would say only 2, he would have to swear. It's against Rab Oven Hashem Rav. Because the Gemara wants to be medayek from this. The only reason why you're not chayav shvua is because he meshav aveda. So let's say you would say only 2, you would have to swear. V'ko lo yikimi shadom en atana k'lamed shechayav lamana. Now the Gemara goes back to our Mishnah from Almana. What do we see in our Mishnah? That he is moida, he's moida is 500. She is teveya 200. He is moida 100. So we don't say that he has to swear. Mishnah says she has to bring a proof. We see that a potter. So what is he asking? He's asking a question that we see a right Rav that because it's Shabbat Karkos. So the Gemara says no. So the Shalom is trying to say here that that's not even the argument. If they're disputing there's a star, okay, it's trying to say that might makes us. That's what Chir Bar Oven said. But if it's not even a dispute, he says for sure I owe you 100. Then it's definitely not made makes us. They're not made. That wasn't even the argument though. So for sure in our mission there's no shvur. And as long as she doesn't prove that she was a basula, she doesn't get anything. She just gets 100. That's it. Minuma. Rabban the Taman namnuna. A sleeping couch. Rabban the Hacha Amram per yuma. It's like a kisei, a chair. They used to carry the cow on a certain chair. Yoitze b'reisha perua. בשם רבי יוחנן, כגון אלו שיצאו ואיש הפרוע, וידם עיד מועצת שלהם נבל. That was a simon that she was nivela yet, that she was a basula. V'chash leim shema basula min a So the question is, who says she deserves 200? Maybe there was a chuppah, but she still remained a basula. And Maisa, because of that, she goes to Reisha Perua, because she's the Maisa basula. But the cloud is, Mishnah said before on the first parak, that basula min a means after the chuppah. If the husband died after the chuppah, she doesn't get only 100. So it's a marriage, basula min a any yetz Reisha Perua. No. So that's not the minik. Once she's in a suan already, we don't let her hair open. So how do you know for sure she deserves 200? Maybe he married her if she was in Bukas 8. So Bukas 8 was from the sign. You don't have to be choishish. I mean, even according to Chachamim, you don't have to be choishish from Bukas 8. If she says it, something else. If he says it. Yeah. But Samazoi, or maybe he has to prove it even. That he has to prove it. Stamazoi, we say that since she's the Yatzis of the Reisha Perua, she's a basula. Abiyachan Breike, Achit Kvois Rai, Chash Laim B'Shem B'Sum HaSionis, Melech B'Sum HaSionis, Achit Kvois. Ton, Abishol Laim, Af Mishalich Lefanei Chavis Shel Basuras, a barrel of basuras. Chash Laim B'Shem HaSionis. Same question like before. That was a simon that wine, they used to take a chavis that's stuma, a chavis that's uncovered, to show that she's also uncovered. Nothing was done with her yet. So Mar asks the same question. Shama Nanasun he Shemaz Basulim Nanasun Ein Chavis Shel Basuris. Doesn't have this special chavis. So if we see that, it must be a basula min. She must be a regular basula that wasn't in the sun yet. This is the end of Daf Test. I did not the full Daf Test on all of them.